Hi guys, we are here live at the training center, and Wednesdays at 2 o'clock, time for us to let you guys see some of the training that's really happening around here. I'm Becky, I'm the manager, director of training, and we're about to start a session with Miss Avery and Taylor and Jane. Avery's learning some hearing dog behaviors, so hopefully we've given people a little chance to tune in. And now Taylor's gonna let us know what their session's gonna be about.
So Jade and I have been working with Avery on sounds with the timer. So her biggest obstacle right now is going to the sound. It was for the last month or so. Her alerts are very strong on the leg. Becky's been working with her from her own home, and she's great with that. But it was the problem that she was having her going to the sound. Alert her and then go find the sound. And so she's looking at Becky for direction, like, do I just go to the timer or do I stay with you? What do I do? So she asked Jade and I to work with her, and we started yesterday, and she's made great progress doing that. And this is part of why we do boomerangs, which we showed you a couple weeks ago, where you go back and forth between two people. What is it? And the dog gets rewarded. What is it? And runs back to the other person that gets rewarded and goes back and forth, which is what a boomerang is. Well, the reason for boomerang is it helps us with sound work. So we have the timer. I am going to stand behind this door, and I'm going to have the timer go off. It's going to be on the ground, and it's going to go off for about 30 seconds, just repeatedly beeping itself. And Jade will position herself at a good distance, and Avery will be responsible for alerting her, running to the timer where I'll reward her for coming to the sound. And then Avery gets that reward, runs back to Jade and alerts her again, and does it repeatedly like a boomerang. That's the whole point for Avery to understand. Oh, once the sound goes off, I need to go back to my person and make sure she knows there's a sound and run back to the sound if my person doesn't know what the sound is. So we're just getting her into the habit of letting her deaf client know there's a sound going on. Come on, follow me, and be persistent about it. So she's made great strides since yesterday, and this morning was her best session. So we're going to try again this afternoon. Hopefully she's going up. So anything you want to add in, Jane, about a session?
This is a new location as well, right?
Yes.
So this will be the first time that these guys, they've been doing it upstairs in the office where it's a little bit smaller. So Avery is doing well there, and so we decided to move it downstairs where she can get a little bit, start to get more distance and have a slightly different experience.
And also keep in mind, we've got beaches right over here on tether, so there's a little bit of distraction with a bone behind Beatrice. So hopefully Avery will, look that way and just stay on task here. But this will be great practice for Avery in distractions, because she may be somewhere where there's a lot of distraction, and sounds have to be her goal. So, all right, so I'm going to go behind the door, and then we'll talk more later about how this session went. Okay, I'll set the timer for 10 seconds, give y'all some time. I'm going to take her off leash.
She hasn't yet alert. There we go. What is it? Yay, good girl.
Okay, so because it's a new location, she was a little unsure, so we'll try again.
Okay. I went ahead and did a full sound with that one too. So.
Yeah, so that's good. I mean, she came right back and she alerted. Did you ask for the alert?
No.
Okay, so she alerted on her own that second time she came back.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, she came.
Okay.
I was about to ask, but I figured she was gonna do it. Avery, you see?
All right, so we'll try again. Hopefully she's understanding. Oh, this is the same thing we did upstairs this morning.
That was pretty.
Very good.
That was much better. So she obviously remembered somewhat this morning what we wanted from her. Okay, how are her alerts? Are they strong?
The last one was the strongest one,
Okay.
actually. Yes.
And
Very nice.
she was able to sit?
Yes.
Okay,
We
so
try
we'll
from
try
down.
from a down, yeah. So we like to try different positions. A sit is much easier for a hearing dog to go into the sound, whereas from a down, especially for dogs that have very strong downstays, which Avery has. So we'll try to keep the balance of her realizing it's okay to break a downstay when the sound is going up. So that can be tricky in our sessions sometimes. All right, set it for 15 seconds and it'll go on.
You can see her anticipating there. She's like, anytime now. Oh, no problem breaking that downstay.
What is it? Don't want her to get food off the floor. What is it?
Except by the sound.
Yes. What is it?
Yay, Avery! Yay, Avery!
So, that was good. Awesome. So she was able to break that down.
Yes.
No problem.
No problem.
And that was a real problem with Avery in the beginning. She would just look at me when the timer went, and she was really waiting for me to tell her it was okay to break that downstay. So I'm happy that we got through that being inhibited. And when we say, even though we hadn't told her to stay, when we put a dog in a down, the stay is implied, meaning that they know they're supposed to hold that down, even if we don't add that word stay. So, Jane.
So we're making great progress. So I would say that now moving forward, tomorrow I would say it's probably safe to try some full sounds just in a short distance now.
What do you mean by full sound?
So full sound, I mean I'm not behind the door anymore. So we set a timer down for like a minute. Jane can settle, somewhere. Make sure it's a short distance so she can set her up for success. And then once the sound goes off, Avery can go to the timer first and then choose to come back. Or Avery can alert her first and then Jane can say, what is it? And lead her to the sound, and that's a full sound. Because Jane would be like, oh, the timer was going off. Didn't hear it.
Yeah.
So that's what we consider a full sound, which is why boomerang sounds are really helpful in shaping that behavior. So
Awesome.
the last thing we want to leave you with is that we train Avery on spins, which Jane is going to explain more on why we do that.
Yes. So we pair spins here with an alert behavior for things like fire alarms, because in the event of a fire, we don't necessarily want a dog going into that room with the fire. So it's a very big safety thing, and it's really fun for the dogs, and it makes it a very specific signal to the person what kind of sound is going off, because it could be dangerous. So I'm going to show you where she's at. She hasn't quite paired it yet with the smoke alarm, which we will cover in some other episodes later down the road. But right now, Avery. Oh, there's not. Yeah, there's food over there. Yeah. Okay. Spin. Oh. Oh.
You faster.
Spin. Nice. Nice. So I'm starting to kind of fade out. When we start this behavior, there's a very big physical cue generally, and also a little bit of allure with food. And then as time goes on, we start to try to fade it with just that finger allure, no food, and then kind of get it out so that the verbal cue is really all that they're basing it off of. Which you can do. Maybe. Spin. Ellie?
Nice.
So that would be the finish, and it can really be in either order. So it can spin and then alert, whichever one makes more sense for them. And it's gonna just be really obvious with the spin. So that's where we're at with that, and we'll show you the progress as it comes along later. Thank you so much for watching, and if I know times are tough, but if anybody is able to donate, we all really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. Bye. Say bye, Taylor.
Bye.
And y'all see Susan? Say bye, Susan.